Alright, hey guys, Paxer, welcome back to another Pokemon Pocket video. As the title states, we'll be going over Mega Sableye EX. This guy quite possibly might dethrone Mega Absol EX, which is currently the best Mega Darkness EX Pokemon in the game. The only real competitor aside from Sableye is Mega Gengar, and we don't talk about that guy. So yeah, this is Mega Sableye EX, HP 170, basic. Has 1 attack, Cursed Jewel, requires 2 energy, 1 darkness, 1 colorless. Does 80 base damage. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, do 40 damage to the attacking Pokemon. So treat this very similarly to a Rocky Helmet, but instead of doing only 20, you deal 40 damage instead. You'll see how it works in this deck showcase. Has the same retreat as well as weakness as Mega Absol EX. But yeah, this is the deck list right here. I'll show it yet again towards the end of the video, pairing the Mega with Hydreigon and Nihilego. But yeah, if this is your first video on my channel, really would appreciate if you like and subscribe. Really does help me out, especially as a small-time content creator. And without further ado, let's get right into the deck showcase. Alright, here we are in solo battle. We are going second up against the Milotic Ex solo deck, leading with Dino. This is amazing. If you've ever used a Hydreigon Mega Absol EX deck, I feel like it's very similar, albeit of course Mega Absol and Mega Sableye do slightly different things. Both Mega Absol EX and Mega Sableye have the same HP, same weakness, same damage as well. Although of course with Sableye you can do a bit more. This version is of course a bit more offensive with Poison Barb. Look at this, man. Sleep continues to evolve. Who told Dina that we love Sleep? The Sleep Scan meta, as you can see, evolving into Water type. But yeah, this would be amazing if you can pull a Sableye and a Hydreigon. Unfortunately not, but we do have Professor for next turn. At this point, very straightforward. Just feed Dino. Next turn, we could potentially one-shot Darkrai. The main issue is, of course, Igglybuff. Milotic is out. We got Cyrus. Okay. Professor, please give me everything that I need. Hydreigon and Sabrina. Not the worst. At this point, we might as well just feed Hydreigon. Just like this, knocking out Darkrai. The main issue is that next turn, Milotic can attack, doing 100 damage and applying sleep as well. Alright, Milotic attacks, doing 80 plus sleep. The good thing is that we are poisoning, so we could win next turn if we get heads right here. Okay, never mind. And if we pull Nihilego. So we do get a Pokeball. This would be amazing if we can get Sableye. Please, we got another Dino. Not the worst. Sabrina is basically useless at this point. We might as well just do this. Next turn, depending on the scenario, I might copycat. Yes, but for now, we might as well just chill like this. I'm just going to look at Ice Pop once so that this guy doesn't get knocked out. Regardless, this guy will die next turn, but yeah, just do that. Feed Dino and end our turn. Opponent does Wallace. Okay, so Wallace, a new card, just evolving right into a second copy of Milotic. Not too good. Once again, the sleep meta just continues to get better. I really don't get Dina's thought process here. Just like this, subbing out. We only need 1 more point. So, okay. On the bright side, we will be surviving. Perfect. Since they sub into Igglybuff, this guy's only taking 30 damage. 10 HP left. We have another lucky Ice Pop. Getting heads as well. This is huge. Ooh, okay. At this point, lucky Ice Pop. Just keep on popping. Not good at all. Okay. If you use Roar in Unison, this guy will get knocked out. So, once again, just rely on Dino. Yes, I'm tempted to copycat, but not getting too much value. If anything, I might as well Sabrina just to disrupt my opponent a little bit. Doesn't really matter too much, but I think this is the best choice we could make. Bro subs into Darkrai. Okay, keep in mind this is a solo battle. We will go up against real players. Next battle, opponent does X speed. Subbing back into Milotic. You could win next turn if you get Hydreigon. Okay, Dino is out. If anything, we got Sableye. Okay, so not that good. We can't attack with Dino. But Sableye can come in for the cleanup. By the end of this turn, Milotic should be at 100 HP, in which of course Sableye could come in for the cleanup. And it will take Milotic 3 turns to knock out Sableye, so this is pretty good. Unless they training area. We have 1 more look at Ice Pop as well. So rest in peace, Dino. Applying poison. But the main thing about this guy is that you want your opponent's active to attack him first to do that max damage, doing 140. This turn only doing 80. Perfect. We got look at Ice Pop as well, so we can just definitely chill like this. Attack with Sableye, Cursed Jewel, doing 80. And once again, next turn doing 120. So you see how this differs with Mega Absol EX. Mega Sableye is more offensive, whereas of course Mega Absol is more disruptive, discarding your opponent's trainer cards. We could still lose because of the fucking sleep scam. Okay, I am not looking forward to seeing this deck in PvP, but it's inevitable at this point. Just thank you, Dina. So just like that, that's how the ability works. After attacking, active takes 40. We get Tails. Not looking too good, but there's still hope. So once again, Lucky Eyes popping. Getting heads as well. Keep in mind, if this Milotic attacks Sableye, it'll get knocked out. Just like that, so that'll be huge. Regardless, we should be able to win unless Sleep goes absolutely crazy. And which, I might just go out and touch grass at that point. All we can do is this. Don't place Nihilego in the bench. That can definitely mess you up. Especially if your opponent does have a Sabrina at this point of the game. Opponent once again attacks with Darkrai doing 60 damage. Nice, okay. That was good. If you failed that coin flip, we might have lost. I'm gonna lie. So just like this, taking the win using Cyrus. And yeah, with that being said, we shall see how this performs in PvP. Okay, damn. Amazing PvP game. Just like that, as you can see, this deck is amazing. Hydreigon, absolute MVP. Next battle. Alright, next battle, going second up against OJ Simpson. Yes, OG Simpson totally plays this game. So, an amazing hand. For one thing, we can evolve into Hydreigon next turn. This would be absolutely amazing if we can get a Mega Sableye EX in our bench. Opponent has Mega Diance EX in their bench. Copycats as well. Perfect. Just like that. Next turn, we can get Hydreigon out while also setting up Sableye this turn. So just like this, and our turn like that. If you guys want, you can definitely add Bombardier in this deck. So a copy of Nihilego, Bombardier, 2 Dinos, and 1 Mega Sableye. It really is up to you, but this deck kind of mirrors the old format for Hydreigon Mega Absol, focusing on poison damage. So at this point, all we really need is a Cyrus, a Poison Barb, and a Nihilego. Alright, Carbink feeds Diance and the second Carbink. Not too bad, so we got our second copy of Hydreigon, as well as another rare candy. So let's do this. Feed Hydreigon, Lucky Ice Pop. Getting Tails, that's pretty rough, but it should work out in the long run. But yeah, if you're running into issues such as starting out with Mega Sableye, it'll definitely be beneficial to run Bombardier. You might as well just remove one of the copycats. Swap one of the copycats for Bombardier. This turn, this guy is doing a lot of damage. Yeah, doing 140. Next turn, a lot more. This guy definitely scales in damage over time. Subbing to Sableye, aren't able to one-shot, but we can potentially knock out Diance next turn. The issue is that opponent might have Diantha. I'm just gonna do this. If anything, I'll copycat next turn. So doing 80, Diance will take 40 damage of recoil. This is very scary. This guy's doing already 140. It might be GG. Holy crap. 2 Gardevoirs out. Opponent has 5 cards. I have 7. Doing 180. And Diantha on top. They threw the game. Actually, I could still lose 100%. I still lost, but that was an insane hand. Yeah, Cursed Jewel, just like this. This is pretty rough. If my opponent does attack with Diantha, I can win. But I mean, they could just attack with a Gardevoir at this point, doing 60. Just like that, should be GG. Yeah, GG. They could have won last turn, but just to flex a little bit, leading with Gardevoir. We might have been able to win if he pulled a Nihilego. Keep in mind. But nevertheless, OG Simpson does take the victory. Pretty rough to see. Just like this, Gardevoir doing Side Shot. GG. That was partially an RNG, I'll be honest. Opponent got an amazing starting hand, getting Gardevoir out as fast as possible. Just further buffing Diance. I'll definitely make a Diance deck showcase sometime soon, which is why, again, liking, subscribing would really help me out tremendously. But yeah, next battle. Alright, next battle, going second, leading with Nihilego. Opponent's using the Puppy Pile meta. Places down starting planes, a Leapup, Growlithe, also Copycats. Okay, this is looking very scary, but I believe in our hand. Nice, we get Dino, Professor's Research. Not the worst. We also have Sabrina. So if anything, next turn, we, depending on our RNG, we might Sabrina just to delay my opponent a little bit. For now, just end our turn like this. Opponent feeds Growlithe in the bench. We get rare candy. Alright. At this point, might as well just double Poison Barb. Pretty scary depending on this meta, depending on how popular Guzma will be. But very straightforward for now, just do New Wave. Not able to take out Rockruff, but doing some substantial damage. Opponent Professor's Researches. We got Copycat. We can go absolutely ballistic. Okay, Copycat. At this point, we might as well just lead with Nihilego. Next turn, we can sub out into Hydreigon if we are able to evolve. Pokeball. All I want is a Hydreigon, please. No Hydreigons. Damn, that's rough. But we got 2 Dinos, so we can definitely chill with this. Pokeball giving us our Mega Sableye. Beat Sableye and end our turn. This Growlithe might be doing a ton of damage. Oh. Holy crap. That is very scary. Okay, very scary, but it should be GG. I doubt this guy will hit for 160 again, right? If anything, Sableye can still survive. We get lucky Ice Pop. So yeah, just do this, Curse the Jewel. Because of the poison damage, we are doing 90 damage this turn. And of course, after getting attacked, my opponent's Pokemon take 40 damage of recoil. So next turn, I should be able to win. Curse the Jewel, just like this. Once again, not able to get Hydreigon, but this is a Mega Sableye EX deck showcase. So depending on the scenario, you might have to play it kind of like this. Growlithe does not scare me whatsoever. I'm a bit scared, but this guy shouldn't be able to one-shot Sableye. Famous last words. Yeah, 160 yet again. And taking 40 damage. Perfect. Amazing, able to one-shot. Can we get Hydreigon? Hydreigon comes out. Last minute. GG, just like that. So yeah, Puppy Pile overall is a very scary deck to run. A bit RNG dependent, but of course, as you can see, Sableye EX dominates. On paper, you should be able to win that matchup. All right, next battle. I'm gonna do one more battle after this. Going first. This is such an aggressive hand. Holy crap. And opponent's leading with Nihilego. They have the same idea. At this point, I'm just gonna do this. So Poison Barb, end our turn. I could place down Nihilego, but if my opponent does Sabrina, that will mess us up. Next turn, we should be able to attack unless my opponent either red cards or Marses us. All right, GG, just like that. We get another Dino. If you love the Nihilego poison deck, then this is definitely the deck for you. Opponent concedes. 2 more battles. That was way too fast. But yeah, keep in mind with poison as well as Mega Sableye's ability, you're able to do 140 damage in 1 turn, which definitely adds up over time, especially with poison continuing to prick onto your opponent's active Pokemon. All right, next battle going second. Opponents using a Psychic type deck. Puppy Pile yet again. And we got Hydreigon. Should be a very straightforward battle. Okay, all opponent does is starting Plains, feeds Yamper. Very good. So, Rare Candy, Hydreigon is out. At this point, we might as well Copycat. Hopefully, we can get a Mega Sableye EX this turn. We aren't able to, but we got Nihilego, as well as Poison Barb. Doesn't really matter too much, especially in this matchup, since Hydreigon can one-shot all the Pokemon on the board. At this point, feed Dino. Lucky Ice Pop for good luck. Hydreigon should be able to survive. We keep it as well, perfect. Hyper Ray. Rest in peace, Growlithe. Yeah, I'll definitely make, once again, a Puppy Pile deck showcase sometime soon. But personally, from the looks of it, it doesn't seem too reliable. For one thing, going first, you're basically kind of screwed. You want to go second. But the damage is insane. You can get insane damage numbers. Easy work for Hydreigon. This guy's an absolute monster. Upon release, this guy's been very meta relevant and still continues to be. Opponent concedes. Yeah. One more battle. Alright, last battle going second. Leading with Sableye. Opponent is using a lightning type deck, so this might be an issue, especially if you're going up against Dedenne. Keep in mind, Dedenne will be doing 160 max damage. Or Oricorio. Okay, so it might be an issue, but we do have a Pokeball as well as a Hydreigon. If you can get Rare Candy as well as a Dino, this will be huge. Okay, not too good, but we can definitely work with this. Or just play it like this, why not? So next turn with Sabrina, we might be able to take out Magnemite or even Magneton. Keep in mind, Oricorio should be taking some damage. We shall see how this works. But with Curse of Jewel, Oricorio might take 40 damage from Sableye's effect. Again, I don't really know for sure. We're about to find out most likely next turn, if anything. Okay, interesting. Miraidon is here. I think they did that just in case I do Sabrina. Very smart, actually. At this point, I might as well do it. Why not? Might as well do some damage onto Miraidon. They might have a Tour on their hand, but there's a chance they most likely don't. At this point, might as well be super aggressive onto Sableye. But I do want to see if Oricorio takes damage from Curse of Jewels. Because keep in mind that 4 damage on top with Poison Barb, Oricorio will be taking 60 damage. And at the end of my turn, Oricorio should get knocked out. So we shall see. For now, Curse of Jewel, Miraidon might die next turn. We have a Cyrus as well. Please sub in Oricorio. I want to see if... Okay, you're subbing in Oricorio. A little bit of playtesting right here. Ogerpon comes in absolute clutch for them. They don't attack. I want to know, man. Play it like this. And Curse of Jewel for fun. Please, just attack me. I don't care if I win or lose. I want to see if Sableye does damage to Oricorio. Okay, here we go. Yeah, taking 50. Not affected. You could have attacked last turn. Just like this, Oricorio continues to survive. We do get Rare Candy. Okay, so we can definitely work with this. For one thing, look at Ice Pop. There's a chance we can heal up to full health. That would be absolutely amazing. Getting heads. You gotta love how bullshit Lucky Ice Pop could be. Okay, nice. At this point, might as well do it one more time just to avoid a Cyrus. And we lost it. Okay, this definitely works. So for now, just Rare Candy into Hydreigon, Copycat. Perfect. We got Poison Barb as well. So we do this. Roar in Unison, feed Nihilego, and Hyper Ray. One-shotting Oricorio. Opponent evolves into Magnezone. This turn, if they sub in Miraidon, Miraidon will be doing 140. All they do is attack. Okay. Hydreigon survives at 30 HP. Keep in mind, we have one more Lucky Ice Pop. If you can pull it, that would be amazing. We got Copycat as well. Might as well do it. That's pretty nice. Lucky Ice Pop. Only doing it one time. One time is all we really need. Oh, that's all we get? Okay. And attack. We get heads as well. Perfect. So doing 130. Not able to one-shot Magnezone. If Ogerpon wasn't here, this Magnezone would have been dead. Keep in mind. So Ogerpon come in and clutch. Not able to attack. Primarily playing a supporting role in my opponent's deck. Miraidon is out. Oh boy. Here we go. Okay, rest in peace Hydreigon. In a couple of turns, we might be able to get a second copy of Hydreigon out. But for now, leading with Sableye. Pretty scary, but all we need now is to knock out Miraidon, and we should be able to win. Opponent might have another Turo in their hand. Just like that, getting Hydreigon out. Perfect. Very straightforward. That's all we could do. Next turn, evolve into Hydreigon. Actually, GG. Miraidon's doing 180. Okay. So that's pretty rough. But you see how this deck works overall. Probably should have led with Nihilego and played like that. But not too bad overall. Miraidon still shines in the meta. Sableye, you did good. I'll explain my opinions about this card towards the outro. But yes, Miraidon EX taking the win. And we do 40 to end it off. That was the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. So the main question, is this better than Mega Absol EX? I feel like it has more potential to do damage, but I would have to say Absol is better. At least in this meta, because as you can see from the last deck showcase, there was Ogerpon. There's also Comfy that negates status conditions. So given how prominent Sleep Scam is, people just wanting to run like PC Lady, and as I mentioned, Ogerpon and Comfy, I feel like Sableye won't get much value, especially paired with Nihilego. Once again, Nihilego is an amazing support, especially paired with, of course, Poison Barb. More likely than not, the current meta, Nihilego won't get too much value. Nevertheless, very fun to run. Once again, as I mentioned before, Sableye is more offensive, whereas of course, Mega Absol is more disruptive. And I feel like in the current state of the game, discarding something such as Cyrus might get you more value than doing 40 more damage with Sableye. But again, 40 damage is pretty huge. Once again, this guy is doing 120 in total, even without Nihilego. If you want, you can very much remove Nihilego altogether, replace it with Bombirdier. Basically using this deck right here, but instead of Absol, you are of course running Mega Sableye. But yeah, overall I feel like Absol is slightly better, but even then I'd rate this deck S tier. And yeah, it's a video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Once again, make sure to like and subscribe. Really does help me out both mentally and physically, as I always say. I should be getting out a couple more deck showcases in the near future. So once again, stay tuned. And yeah, that's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Peace.